New episode, Mad Co-Fabs. Alright. I say episode because I like the way it sounds. I don't want to say this weekend anymore. I don't like the way that works. I just like episode. I like episode. I'm having an episode. What if we have an episode? You're watching an episode, whatever the episode is. So, episode it is. That's what I like. Alright. So, we're gonna, let me start off with saying, I was going to make a video showing the Corolla getting washed and waxed and showing the old F-150 getting the wash and wax. But I started off with the Corolla, and it's silver, so you really can't tell a difference on what I did and what I didn't do. If you're in person, you can get a lot better look at it, but as far as you guys on camera, there's just no way you're going to be able to see my difference. So then I was thinking about today, starting on the F-150, but if I check my watch right now, it's about 1:30, so that means I don't have a whole lot of time left. And all we're lacking on this back end is one more brace on this Tacoma, so we can order our fuel cell and get all that in. Even though I've set up ordered my fuel cell already, I actually never hit the order button on Amazon, which is great because it gave me an opportunity to redesign what I originally had back here. So, without further ado, I say we ride off into this episode, and when I say we ride off into this episode, I could push my bike the 10 feet that I need to, but walk. Alright, I'm done goofing around. Back. So, last episode I made that brace, and I showed you all how I made that brace and how it holds the drag links. These pieces right here. Well, I went ahead. Didn't think y'all would mind. You want to watch me weld, because you've watched me weld enough, I would think. But I went ahead and welded it all in place. It's nice and clean. All ready to go. So, now, I need to make another brace that comes off this tube, comes out, okay? Goes across and then back into that tube. And it has to be at the same height as this one. The reason I'm doing that is I have 16, 17 inches or whatever here. That's where my fuel cell is gonna lay. It's gonna be like a miniature coffin. I'm gonna put my fuel cell here. And then, I don't know yet. I don't know if I wanna do a battery relocation for right here, or if I want to set the battery relocation back here. I'm trying to get some weight to the ass. I realize the battery's not that much, but it's 37 pounds or whatever the hell it is. So, regardless, my friends, let's get started on buzzing out one more cross beam, one more little piece. And like I said, that last piece that we're going to make here, that's the last of the bracing, and then we're on to the tube work. Going through the cab, pulling the seats, doing hoops, and doing some real tube work. This thing is going to look just nasty when we get done. Just nasty. And I guarantee you ain't nobody going to have one that looks like this one. Nobody. Nobody. All right. So, let me find some tunes to put on the old radio, and look at that. A little bit of rubber. Find some tunes to put on the old radio, and we'll get started buzzing some stuff. I also need a drink. I'm parched. Feeling apple juice today. All right. Be right back. Wow. Okay. I'm going to grab us some fun stuff to play with. This birthday cake batter. Protein shake, it's not that bad. It's really not. It goes in every time. I love it. So, originally the plan was to come out forward, cut a slice of pie or whatever, come forward a couple inches, and then come across, and then come back down into this side of the frame. I was looking at it, I'm looking at it. Check it out. Fully flexed out. if my bar was right there, I'm not going to run into that at the height that I need. It's 2 inches wide. I'm not going to run into it until my axle's like way up here. Even then, we can throw some bump stops in. I'm not trying to lay frame with this thing. That is not the intention. If this was a low, I wouldn't give a shit. I would redo a bunch of stuff and I'd have airbags. But this isn't for slamming concrete and dragging balls. This is for hooning and being dumb and probably being arrested. So, here's what I'm thinking. Let's just run a piece straight across, box it in, be done with it right there. That way the fuel cell can lay across these 2 pieces. Lay right on there like this. It'll look good. And then if I come back that far, the fuel cell that I looked at is, I can't read it from here, 1212 by 29.5. So 29.5 is right here. So I'm going to be on top of that piece that I'm making right now anyway. Which sucks. I don't really like that. But I don't think I have any options even looking across this room at different sizes. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Ain't a big deal. So, what I'm getting at is, you guys, when you're building your projects, you got to sit back, you got to think, you got to look at it. What you all don't see is there's a lot of time of me coming out here and figuring out what I want to do next, where I want to go with things. And it's not just so much because I have a YouTube channel and I'm trying to make it look cool and I'm trying to be Mr. Cool or proper, because I could honestly give a shit about that. I mean, really, I don't care. But what I am telling you though is I sit out here and I look around a lot and I try to think to myself, where does this brace need to go? How does this need to look? What needs to happen here? I want to take, like I said, I want to take DOM tubing and I want to break it like this down to this bar here, kind of match this angle right here. And the reason we're going to do that is because this drift truck's going to be halfback, kind of like a rock crawler, but only street style. It's going to look nasty. Matter of fact, I looked at Dodge Charger rims last night and I'm kind of interested in them. I don't know if I want to go that path or not. Just trying to put rims on it that if I huck it and catch a curb and destroy one, I don't really give a shit, you know. I can just buy another one for 170, 180, whatever the case may be. So, let's move forward on something. I say we make a brace. So, looks like what we need to do is create this piece right here. What I did is I took that brace that I showed you all a little bit ago. I took that brace, I put a 2x4 across it because my 2-foot level was not long enough to go from piece to piece and get the actual height that I needed. And my 5-footer, 4-footer, I don't know why it looks like a 6-footer, but I know it ain't. My 4-footer was too long, kept hitting this piece. So I could have knocked this out, but this is spreading my frame apart and making sure I don't collapse, because I did some dumb stuff in the very beginning and then I had to pull it apart with a jack because I'm a jack off. All right, so this piece right here, this is the top of this line. That makes it level with that brace. I don't know if you can see it into my tape. That makes it level with the top of this brace. What I'm getting at is I need to cut a piece of our square tubing to match this. Now, this is 2 inches, this is 5, this is 3. We could cut that back wall down a little bit and get out of this brace right here. I think what I'm gonna do is drop her down. But if I do that, that's gonna lay our fuel tank down a little bit and give it kind of an angle. And we obviously don't want that, because then our fuel tank's not gonna wanna read right, blah, 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 blah. But we need to have as much back here as we can possibly get. You know, so 29 5/8, that brings us to right here. I mean, hell, I'm gonna have axle into the back of this damn thing trying to do stuff. But I like it. It'll work. It'll look good too, and that's what matters. That's what matters. So let me move the camera. I'll go over and draw out our piece, and then you'll have a really good visual of what we're gonna do. So that tubing over there says one side needs to be 5, which I know this is a 5. And then the other side of the tubing needs to be 37 and a quarter. That's our total length. I am going to do this with a pencil or a permanent marker before I cut it out. I'm just doing it in soapstone so you all can see it. So technically I'm going to have to do this twice. This is one of our last braces until we start next weekend. Next weekend should be us actually starting to bend tubing and do tubing and making kind of getting things to come together on what it's going to look like and what we have moving forward. But I don't want this just sitting across there. It's going to look dumb, and I don't want it to look dumb. I don't like when things look dumb. So we need to come up with a plan to make this look pretty. What I was originally thinking was if the inside or front facing piece, we could come up and then like across and then back down to give it that, you know, rowdy look or whatever. But I'm not 100% sure if I like that either. This damn brace is going to kill me. I don't know what I want to do. Got an idea. Let's see what this looks like. Let's come in off our outside lines 3 inches. Okay? Outside, outside. Let's go 3 inches. Hot damn, look how close I was to that quarter. Alright, let's snap us a line at 3 inches. It's just a quick mock-up, folks. Just pay attention. You'll be alright. Damn, that cut is not square at all from factory. Alright, so this side needed to be 5, right? I like 2 on total height. 2 inches will look cool. 2 there. Let's go 2 here. Let's take a straight edge. This piece of flat steel will work. That ain't too ugly. Okay, so we can break this off. We can break this off, and this will all be trash. All this. Now picture it like this. Sitting on the back of that truck. So now this piece would sit like this, and the fuel cell will sit right in the center of it. I think that also gives us an idea of places we can actually put other things, do other things. Here's the tricky part. I'm going to do the inside of that at 3 inches. And then we'll do this at 2 inches on the inside. On the flat side, it'll be 2 inches. On the back side, it'll be 3 inches. That'll make that arch kind of follow in and give it a little bit of a flare in. That'll look kind of sick. It'll be really fun to weld up too. That's something else, you guys. Don't always take the easy path out. Don't always be like, oh, well, I'm not the best welder, and if I do it this way, then it'll be easy for me to weld up and blah, blah, blah. Don't get in that habit, guys. If you get in the habit of going, I'm gonna do this way because it'll be easier for me to do this, and this. Then yeah, it's cool. Keep shit simple, you know, does make work easier. Yes. But you ain't learning shit either. Push yourself to do some things you normally wouldn't do. Push yourself to go into categories and weld in ways you normally wouldn't do, because that's how you get good at your craft. That's how you get good at what you do, is by being uncomfortable, being out of the box, and pushing yourself to rise to that occasion. Just saying. It's what I do. I mean, it works for me, alright? Kind of. See what I mean? Y'all can't see those lines. Like, I'm drawing it all out so you can see it, but you can't see those lines. But anyway, this is the layout. This is what we're going to cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and get to hacking it. And I'm going to do it with plasma. There's a couple people on YouTube that I follow, and they're all like, well, I'm going to do it with the grinder because most people don't own a plasma. And I want them to show them how to do it without a plasma. Yeah, well, there's people out there that don't own toilet paper, and I'm not using my damn fingers, so get it out of your head. That thing is going to be untouchable for a while. There you go. Magic. And then we'll box it in with this piece. That's why I went and got that. Figure why she's hot. We can go ahead and make her a little hotter. Let's move you up a little bit. Maybe that exclusive. Okay, another brace ready to go. I'm gonna weld this up real quick, and then we can take it over there and kind of put it in place and see what it looks like. All right, we're gonna try to do this with the big tripod and show it going into place. So, from this point to that point over there, we're 37 1/4. So then I shoved this piece in to widen everything up because I made a mistake at first. So now that I've got this in where I want it, kind of, I'm going to pound this piece of metal out, this bar right here in the middle, and it should suck the two pieces of frame together, locking this piece in there, and then we can weld it up. I don't know how well it's going to work. It'd be pâté cool. So, let's see if I can get you all set up in a way you can see it. Now get it close so that when this piece comes out, there we go. Sucked it right in. Okay, there. It's good. There, it's where I like it. Close enough. Okay, so video's gonna be a little choppy because I didn't think y'all needed to see me making another cross brace. Check it out. Brace is in. It's level to the other side. Everything's tabbed up, welded nice and clean. Everything's good to go. The 4-link's pretty much done. Now our fuel cell can sit from this bar to that bar, connecting the two. Look like a little coffin back here. It'll be great. I brought that bar back to straight. Everything's good. Check it out. We got the affordable bender out. Next week, we start bending some tools. Tools. We start bending some tubes for our halo, our inside-outside halo bars. All of it. Just getting it going, get it together, keep moving forward. I wanted to release this video this week just because it's good to stay consistent and get videos out and do things. I wanted you all to see that I'm not, walking away from it and I don't want to take any breaks. I just started like 30-something days ago, and consistency is key, my friends. So, tune in next week for another episode. Yeah. Like as always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. And remember that to do it right, and do it right the first damn time, because that's the way to do it, is right, and then you want to do that right the first time. Hell, I'm tired. I've had a long week. But anyway, thank you all. Have fun.